All right, ITS128, and today is September 22nd. Let me share my screen. This course, and we are a little. We're sort of actually, I added a day. I actually added 1 day for chapter 3, so we're in the middle of chapter 4. But we might come pretty close to finishing chapter 4 today. I don't think we will finish chapter 4 because these last couple problems here are kind of long. But let's see where we are. We are in this course. And hey, by the way, I did post up everybody. I did put up grades, but in my fake account, I didn't put any grades in there. But if you look at yours, you should see grades in there now. And basically, all I'm doing is I'm going to my zyBooks and I'm copying, scores. And I wrote this little program where I copied out a spreadsheet, pasted it into a text box, and submit it. And it's got your names, and it matches your name up with your score and everything. Keep in mind that next time I do the grades, I'll go back and do earlier grades too. So if you're not, I posted up grades for I think it's 4 chapters already. But of course, I don't think chapter 4 stuff is due yet. Obviously, it's not due yet. But a lot of you have done some of it, at least some of it, or some of you, a couple of you have done them all. So I copied the chapter 4 answers quizzes also. Let's see. Let me look at my. Is this too revealing? Oh, it's not. It doesn't show anybody's name. This is my instructor version. So see, I've copied up these scores. And so some of these, obviously, you guys are just in the middle of working on them. So, of course, these are going to be low scores. But some of the earlier ones should be higher because you should be all done with these. But either way, well, in fact, if you go back and you decide you want to go back and sort of top off your points or whatever, and you go back far, you just let me know, and you'll say, you just tell me, I went back and did some stuff in an earlier chapter. Tell me what chapter it is to make sure that I copied it, because I have to copy over the grades one chapter at a time. See, so anyway, but it's really easy to do. Got my program running. I'm using zyBooks for 3 classes, so the program that I use for one can be used for all 3, and reusable like that. So anyway, so let's let's see what we got here for our for what we're doing here. So we are in yeah. See, so you guys are starting chapter 4 here. Let's go to welcome and go to chapter 4. And we've actually gone through all of these, and we went through all the challenges. And did we do this tweak decoder thing? Okay, yeah, this is just a silly if statement example. If, elif, else, and you enter in a tweet abbreviation, and then it just outputs what it means. The first time I heard LOL. I'm old, so I was thinking lots of luck. Why are you saying lots of luck? I mean, that's really, laughing out loud. So so anyway, we don't have to. Let's start doing some of these labs here. All right, first one: remove gray from RGB. We have some notes over here. Okay, so the idea with this one is that you know, the RGB, not RBG, the red, green, blue are the three primary colors, or three colors that are used. Combine them together to make to make any color. And so in computers, we have it's three numbers. It's a double, tuple, a threeple, triple. It's a triple, and the first number is the red, is the intensity of red, 0 to 255. That's 255 is 8 bits. You know, it's 0 to 255. That's 8 bits. That's the biggest number you could store in 8 bits, in an 8-bit binary number. So we've got three 8-bit binary numbers, 24 bits. The first one is red, the second one is the intensity of green, and the third one is the intensity of blue. And somehow when you add those together with different intensities, you get all the colors. Don't ask me how that works, but that's how your eyes work, I guess. And so like, you know, this is red. If it's just this one in the middle, it's green. If it's just this one here, it's blue, and the rest of them are 0. And then you combine, you know, pairs, and you get different colors and so on. And so the idea here is that gray is an RGB where they're all the same. So, and it's just different darknesses, different shades of gray. So white is either all zeros or all 255s. Okay, white is all 255s, and all zeros is black. And when you're going in between, that's a shade of gray. And so what we're supposed to do is, given 3 numbers that display out a color, too bad we can't really display the color. I guess we could. Oh, we are. All right, we haven't gotten into graphics yet, have we? So we can't really display what these colors are. So yeah. So you just have to believe it. But so we want to take out as much gray as we can. Well, to take out the gray, we have to take out the highest number, of all 3. The biggest number that we can take that'll fit in all 3 of them. So in this case, obviously it's 50. So we subtract 50 from here, we subtract 50 from here, and we subtract 50 from here, and we get the same color, but it's just a different shade of gray. Geez, I gotta show that somehow. I know. Bring up Word. Bring up PowerPoint. I guess I should just bring up Word. Huh? We have time today. All right, so I've got a Word document here, and I got a big thing like hello. Oh, let's make this nice, big, and let's make it bold. And okay, so now I think I can specify a color. Let's go to font, color font, more colors, custom. Here's our RGB. So let's do 130, 50, 130. So that'd be 130, 50, and 130. Okay, so that's 150. That's 130, 50, 130. By the way, hexadecimal, if you convert this to base 16, it's 82, 32, 82. So if I say OK, then that's what the color is. Isn't that nice? Okay, let me just, so this is, I'm going to say this is 130, hello, 130, comma 50, comma 130, okay? Okay, so that's that. Is this a 0? No. No, it's a no. Okay, this is 0. Okay, so that's that one. Now I'm gonna do this again, except for I'm gonna take out the gray. Take out as much gray as I can, and it's gonna be it'll be 80, 0, 80. See, so you take 50 out of here, you get 80. Take 50 out of here, you get 0. Take 50 out of here, you get 80. And what is what is 80, 0, 80? Let's copy this. Go here. Go more colors. Let's go to 80, 80, 0, 80. There we go. So, looks almost black, doesn't it? Let's add some gray. I want to add some gray, see what that looks like. I'm going to add twice as much gray. So I'm going to make it 180, 100, 180. And I'll take this. Yeah, that's right. I'll go here, go more colors, 180, 80, 100, 180. Okay, that's got more gray in it. See that? That's pretty neat. Okay, well, anyway. All right, so we want to write a program to do this, and basically what the program is going to do is it's going to look and find the smallest number of the ones that are read in, and then that amount is going to be subtracted from the other numbers. Okay, so first of all, let's read in these numbers. So the first one is going to be the read amount. I'm going to say read amount. Hope you can see my screen. Read amount equals the integer of the input. And I'm going to, all right, I'm going to say this. I like putting in prompts, okay? So now I don't know if it's going to accept the prompt, but if you get an error because it outputs the prompt, then you know to take out the prompt, okay? So, but I'm going to put a prompt in here. I'm going to say enter read amount. Amount between 0 and 255. Okay, and then I'm going to say enter green amount, enter blue amount. Enter green amount, green, green, and blue, blue. Okay, now I got to find the smallest one. So there's many ways you can find the smallest one, many little clever algorithms to find the smallest one. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to say smallest equals read amount. Okay, I'm just going to start with that. Oh, no, and then I'm going to say if green amount is less than smallest, then if that's true, then I want to make smallest equal to green amount, because you want the small. So first I'm going to set it smallest equal to red amount, then I'm going to test to see if green amount is smaller, and if it is, I'm going to set smallest equal to that. Smallest equals green amount. Otherwise, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave smallest equaling red amount. But I got to check and see if blue amount is smaller. If blue amount is less than smallest, then smallest equals blue amount. Okay, so now smallest is going to be equal to the smallest one. And what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to write them bad boys out again or something. What are we supposed to do? Oh, just display it out that way? Sure. So I'm gonna, what's going on? Okay, I'm just green amount less than or equal to smallest. Blue amount less than or equal to smallest. Oops, no semicolons. Although I think if you leave the semicolons in there, it's forgiving. A red amount also, it's got to be that. Doesn't matter the order. Amount, take away smallest. Okay, then when you're all done with that, print red amount, green amount, blue amount. Okay. Let's see what this does. I'm gonna I guess I can. No, I'm not gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it. No, here he's supposed to put the inputs. That's messed up, man. I don't know. I'm gonna open up my this, and I'm gonna open up my favorite. Get rid of this, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna take this, copy, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna save this as on the desktop test.py. Yes, replace. All right, so now I got this nice Python program, and let's run this nice Python program. Py test.py. I'm gonna try. By the way, if I go Python and I type, it's version 2.7. Okay, so that's version 2 Python. There's a big difference between version 2.7 or version 2 and version 3. If I type py, which is my version 3, I don't know how it got installed that way, but it just did. Now this is 3.8, and so so if I want to see if this works with version 2, let's try it. Python. I say Python. Confusing. Test.py. What happens? Oh, I got to get to my desktop. CD desktop. There we go. Python test.py. This is version 2. Enter red amount 130, 50, 130. Ah, there we go. Prints it out that way. Let's try py test py version 3. 130, 50, 130. Oh, it prints it out that way. Okay, I guess we better use version 3. Anyway, so you can go ahead and run this, try it out. And I think the problem, if you get an error, it's because we threw in these prompts, okay? See, these prompts are confusing for this. I mean, let's see what, I guess we can still do it. 130, 50, 130. Yeah, okay. So see, it's printing out my prompts, but see, this is confusing. I mean, this is just it's just set up, you know, and you learn how to write Python using this thing, and then you sit down and you try to write it this way, and you don't know what Anyway, So let's try the next one here. Sorry, you know, if I forget to open up the chat, just you can um, just somehow signals wave or something. Okay, does it have to be with if else? See, are you talking about? You're talking about. Let's go back here. Well, see, this is just if. This is just two ifs, but you know, you can. There's lots of the green amount. Okay, so you can do this. No, I think plus also I think there's a min max function. I think there's a min. Let's see, Python min function. Is there a min function in Python? Min function. Oh, great. You just use min. You don't have to do math, input math, whatever. So, yeah, you don't need to use ifs. Let's see. Let's do this without ifs. So I'm going to go smallest equals min red amount, green amount. Okay, and then you say smallest equals min smallest blue amount. There. That's all you gotta do. That'll work. Think about that. You'll see that works too. So let's do so let's try one where each of them is the smallest. First, we'll try that red is the smallest. I'll do 50, 100, 150, and it does that. That's right. So now make the middle one be the smallest one. I'm going to do 100, 50, 200. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it works. That's a good question. That was a good question. All right. Let's go to the next one. I don't care. Leave. Smallest number. Didn't we just do that? Write a program whose inputs are 3 integers and whose output is the smallest of 3 values. What? Didn't we just do that? Oh. Yeah, there's all kinds of interesting ways that you can do this. You know, you could. Okay, so a more dumb way. Let's go back to this one. So we're going to find the smallest amount of these 3. The answer, you know, the down below it gives me. I can click on a solution, and there's always a bunch of solutions. So this just gives you one of them. But this particular solution, where you read the 3 in, and then it actually tests. It tests. If red amount is less than green amount, and red amount is less than blue amount, then smallest equals red amount. Okay. Else, elif. It's not, red amount is not the smallest one. It's either, the smallest one is either going to be, wait a minute, are we supposed to print these out in order? Oh, just the output of the smallest. Oh yeah, the smallest one. Okay, so it's not in order. It's just the smallest one. Well, okay, so we know it's not red anymore. So it's either green or blue. So you say if green amount is less than blue amount, then it must be blue amount. No, it must be green amount. Otherwise, must be a blue amount. I wonder if that's right. I think that's right. Well, anyway, as you can see, this is basically the same problem. So let's try 50, 60, 70. It takes away 50 is the smallest. 60, 40, 80. Yes. All right. Anyway, okay, great. What's the next one? Okay. This is more interesting. This assignment is more interesting if you're from the mainland. I'm originally from Minnesota, and so we had, freeways running through, I lived in Minneapolis, and there was a bunch of freeways running through both north, south, and east, west, and there's a sort of a pattern to the numbers. So primary U.S. interstate highways are numbered 1 to 99. Odd numbers go north-south. Even numbers go, odd numbers go north-south. Even numbers go east-west. Pretty much, yes. Auxiliaries are their bigger numbers, and their service they service the primary highway indicated by the rightmost two digits. So like Interstate 405 services Interstate 5. So it's either like it either branches off and comes back again. Like you gotta, like, if in Minnesota we have Interstate 94 goes east-west right through the Twin Cities or Minneapolis, St. Paul. But then there's like way to the east of 694 branches up around and goes around the northern part of the Twin Cities, and 494 branches out south and goes down around. And so that's how that works. And then we've got well, there's other stuff too. Anyway, so and when I came here, I thought that we have H1, and then we have H201, and I thought it would have been better if they numbered it to H1, because H is kind of like it's 1. It's H1. It's we don't really have north south here, but we have H1, H2, and H3. But But instead of being H201, you know, it's like, you know, um, you know, H201, you know, you're going to the air. H1 goes to the airport, and H201, you know, sort of branches off to the left and goes up towards IA, and then it links up again with H1. Same idea here. Anyway, so with this program, we are supposed to, given a highway number, indicate whether it's primary or auxiliary. If it's auxiliary, indicate what primary highway it serves. Also, indicate if the primary highway runs north, south, or east, west. So if you input 90, you know it runs east, west because it's even. It's 290. It's an auxiliary to 90. Yeah, see, this doesn't work in Hawaii. So, all right. So, how would I do this? Well, so you input a number, right? All you do is input an integer, right? Given a highway number. Okay, so so you do something like highway number equals int. Might as well just integerize the input. Enter highway number, which you wouldn't put. And the first thing we want to do is if it is between 0 and 99. So if it's less than 100, then it is a primary. It's not an auxiliary. It's a primary. So well, first of all, let's test if highway number is less than 100, then print I dash okay, I can't use this because it's can't have any spaces there. So I'm going to do output string. I'm going to do this. Output string equals quote I hyphen quote. Start with that. Then I'm going to say, so I'm not going to print as I was doing. I was first going to try to do this to see if I could print as I was going along, and I still could do it, but I'm just going to do it this way instead. So if highway number is less than 1, then I can do this plus highway number. I can just do that right off the bat. Then I can say if highway number is less than 100, then I want to append is space okay, output plus equals primary. See that? So it's already going to display out. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to print this out just so we can see it. So just display. We're going to print that out here. I'm going to pop this dude over here. Otherwise, output auxiliary, auxiliary, is auxiliary. Auxiliary. Okay, I'm going to see what this does right now. Save. Oh, look at that. It's got this up here. It doesn't let me put, okay, so forget, I'm going to get rid of this. Control C, okay. Enter highway number 90. Oh, you can't concatenate it. It doesn't, most any other language would say, oh, that silly programmer means this. We'll just do it for him. But no, not Python. 90. Output string. How many people saw that? I meant to say output string here. 90. Why is this?
Why is it plus equals?
Because it's strings, and to concatenate two strings, to attach it to, it's a plus. Plus is used both for addition and for appending, attaching two strings together. It's concatenating two strings together. In most languages, it's plus. In other languages, it's a period. In some languages, distinguish between adding two numbers and concatenating two strings. And adding two numbers is a plus, and concatenating two strings is a period. But in this language and in many other languages, it's the context of it. If it's a plus sign sitting there and it's got two strings, then it does a concatenation operation. If it's got two numbers, it does a plus. So yeah, that is a little confusing. That can be confusing. So I'm going to print my output string now down here, just so I can see it. It's all concatenated already. So yeah, here we're concatenating and concat. Okay, so let's save this. Oops, I didn't need to save it. Run it again. 90. I-90 is primary. Oops, let's run this again. 290. 290 is auxiliary. Run it again. H1. Boom. All right. Well, H1 doesn't work. So anyway, all right. So that's that part. Let's continue here. And then we want to say, going east-west or is going north-south. Okay, so if it's an even number, it's going east-west. So I can say if a highway number mod 2 is equal to 0, then it's even. You divide it by 2, and it divides in evenly. If there's no remainder when you divide by 2, then you know it's an even number. So if that's the case, then we can say output string plus equals going. Do I got to put a comma or something? Comma, going east/west, period, quote. Otherwise, output, what's going on? Why output string concatenate going north south. Okay, so that's that. Well, we gotta take care of if it's is that it? Is that all I gotta do? Oh, we gotta do serving if it's auxiliary, we have to do this serving I-90. Okay, so if it's greater than 100, then we gotta add this. So we have to add more here because if it's auxiliary, we have to know which main artery. When I say artery, it is serving. So how do we do that? Well, how do we find the main artery? Well, we can do mod 100. Mod 100 will hack off. Yeah, mod 100 will hack off everything greater than 100, and it'll just leave the last 2 digits. So I'm going to do main. No, I better not use main. Main highway equals highway number mod 100. Then I can say output string concatenates auxiliary serving I-90. Do I have to put a comma there? Yes, comma serving I hyphen quote plus string main highway plus, that's all. I don't have to do anything else. Okay, right. Let's see if this works. See what this does. $290. $290 is auxiliary serving I-90. Is that doesn't sound very good in English, is it? Yeah, it is. Serving I-90 going. Okay, that's $290. How about let's see, we had $494. And we had well, we also had Interstate 35. Interstate 35 starts like down in Dallas or something, comes all the way up through Minnesota. But when it comes to the Twin Cities, it splits, and it splits into 35W and 35E. And 35W goes through Minneapolis, and 35E goes through St. Paul. And then they merge, they connect up again and goes up to Canada or something. So that's not in here either. But anyway, all right. Okay. You know. Oh, we also have. Do we check validity? Should we check validity? You know, this might not be everything because it doesn't. The key, the answer down that they give me is much different. It uses formatting. It has print statements as we go. I'm going to see if there's more to it. It could be that we have to test validity because it's got to be between 0 and 999, right? So I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to paste it here. And highway number. Okay, so I'm going to see what this does. Oh, first of all, let's run it. I want to put in 290. Run program. All right, so I'm going to put submit, and I'm going to see what happens. Okay, yes. Oh, okay. All right. See, it actually didn't. It didn't. Uh, you have to put in a check to make. You have to also put in a check to make sure that it's between, starting in 1, it goes to 999. It doesn't go higher than that, Lord. So that's why I didn't get all the points. In fact, I didn't. Oh, I got 8 out of 10 points. Oh, Well, anyway, so you can fix that. You can take it from here. Okay. Much simpler solution than the one they give me in the book here. All right, I think so. All right, let's see what's next. It's 403. Seasons. Write a program that takes a date as input and outputs the date's season. The input is a string to represent the month and an int to represent the day. So it reads in April 11th, and we're supposed to output spring. In addition, check if the string and int are valid. Holy smokes. Valid. Does it check for leap year? Let me see if the solution checks for leap year. July, June, May, April, February. It does not check for leap. It'll accept any February 29. So it'll accept February 29 to 2021, which is not a valid date. So it's not that sophisticated. All right. Well, we just have to check these dates like that. So if it's in this range, it's going to be going to print out spring. If it's in this range, we're going to print out summer, this and so on. So and we're going to start with something like this. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put it here. Start with this, and I'm going to put a little bit of a enter month, and I'm going to say enter. Enter day of month. And month has got to be e.g. January, or February. Okay. In other words, it's got to be the full month. That's how we're going to write this. Enter full month name. Okay, and then first of all, okay. So what are these? What are these things here now? Spring. Oh, let's put this right here. Copy. I'm going to put this in my code so I have it handy. Quote, quote, quote. Enter. Paste. Enter. Quote, quote, quote. All right. So let's start with spring. If input month is equal to it's all of April, or input month. Probably do. Is there sets? Well, let's just do it this way. Month is equal to May, then, okay, or input month is equal to March and input day is greater than or equal to 20 and input day is less than or equal to 31, or input month equals June and input day is less than or equal to 20. And input day is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, that means that it's spring. Print spring. Elif okay, so that's that takes care of all the spring, right? Let's do we got to check. Oh no, that's spring, March. Okay. Oh, we got to check the days of April too, don't we? We need to do that too, don't we? Oh, forget it. Forget this. I have to make sure that it's the dates are in range. What time is it? Okay. I think this is gonna be the last one I do today. All right, let's start with January. Input month is January. Input month is January. Forget all this. And input day is greater than or equal to 1, and input day is less than or equal to 31, then print winter. Okay. Elif, this will be faster. Input month is February, and 29, we'll assume every year is a leap year. Then winter. Yeah, let's see what now. Okay. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay. March. Greater than 1, less than or equal to 20. It is winter, and I got to do another March, don't I? Do another March. March. Greater than or equal to 21, and less than or equal to 31. Then it's spring. All right. Oops, spring. Okay, so that's March. Takes care of March. Let's do April. April is all spring. So there's only 30 days in April, I think. 30 days in April. And so that would be spring. And May, there's, it's all spring, May. I think there might be 31 days in May. 31, January, February, March, April, May. And so that would be all spring. And then we have June. And from June 1 to June 20 to June 20 to June 20, we have spring. But from June 21 to June 30, we have summer. And from the next is July. All of July is summer. So it's 1 to 31, summer. And then next it's August. And August is also 1 to 31, isn't it? January, March, April, May, June, July. Yep, 31. And that too is summer. And next is, that takes care of all of August. Then September, between September 1 and September 21 is summer. And from September 22 to September 30th, we now are in autumn. Okay, so you should be able to finish this. You should be able to finish this. Do we need anything other than that? Oh, we need to do some invalid. What does that? All right, so some of these, it actually, well, I don't know. This solution is different. I'm not sure my solution would necessarily be wrong. I think you have to finish December. You have to finish through December. And input day is greater than or equal to 1, and input day is less than or equal to 31. Then it's print winter. Now I left out you know, October and November. Okay, you got to do October, November, and oh no, this is more complicated because we have autumn. We're still in autumn, so we're still in autumn. This is 21, greater than or equal to 21. Okay, so I've left off all of October, all of November, and the first half of December, first 20 days of December. You got to fix that. And then I think that we can end this by just doing else print invalid. I think that would, but you have to fill in the rest of it. So anyway, why don't you, let's see what this looks like. This is not going to be right because, so if I enter January 19th, oh, I got to do the 19 here, 19, winter, nice. January, well, let me do December, no, let me do March 19, oops, 19. Okay, let me do March 21, spring, okay. March, well, this is gonna, 32. It says invalid, but you know, that's, well, anyway, so this should be enough for you to get that one done. All right, so are there any, let me just see what happens when I put this in here. All right, but if we do this, it's going to find a bunch of things that are wrong, and it's kind of a good idea to go through this, and we can and you can see all the test cases. It really should test all these boundaries. It should test every month. It should really test the month, the number of days in the month boundaries, and it should also check the March 19th, March 20, March 21, June 19, June 20, June 21, you know, December 20, December 21, December 20. It should test those boundaries too to make sure that those, because those are where the errors are. What's a common error in computer science is off by one, where you meant to say greater than, but you said greater than or equal to or something like that, and so you're off by just one, and those are common. So after a while you look for those, and when you're testing, you test the boundaries to see if that, let's see. So here, November 7th, that's because it didn't catch, we didn't consider November. So anyway, so this takes us up through 414, and what's left? Uh, 15 and 16. Okay, well, I guess, okay, so on Thursday, I'll go over 15 and 16, and I think I might spend a little time exposing you to maybe writing Python and some other development in some other language or something, or I mean some other integrated development environment like Visual Studio. I don't think I've shown you how to do it in how to do Visual Studio yet, or Visual Code, and I can show you some of those. Just spend 5-10 minutes on that. And you can see all the different platforms that you can write Python in. So, are there any questions? Very good. Well, you know, we're moving right along here, and so I will end for today, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.